Welcome to Ecotopia U Media. I'm your host, Melissa McGinnis, joined by my co-host, Tom Wright, coming to you live from beautiful downtown Los Angeles. We're here for the CRRA conference, the 39th annual, and we are joined by my new buddy, Rodrigo from Brazil.
Yes.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
So you're Zero Waste Brazil. Tell us what that means.
The Zero Brazil is a non-profit organization that promotes zero waste in my country, and not only in my country but in South America also. And we have a special program for the youth around the world because the zero waste youth start there.
Yes.
So, and for the Brazilian is very important because we have, after 20 years in the Congress, they approved our new national law to waste management. And this new law is a zero waste law.
And so you're the nonprofit, you wrote this law?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
But you advocated for it. You wanted it to
Of
happen.
course, of course.
And were you
And I
surprised?
push more.
Were you surprised that it happened?
Not, in fact, not. There is a lot of people. It's not against, but there is. They cannot move so fast than we went, of course, because we want to that the change happen fast. But I think it's going well. It's going well because there's other things that we need to think in our society. But after 20 years, it's a good law. It's a zero waste law. And I think the main thing that is established what you call EPR. So
EPR.
that is the main thing in the new law. Establish the who has the responsibility for what. So, and share the responsibility between government, customer, consumers, and industry or manufacturers and retailers. So, and now we are trying to and establish that we have a time to do the zero waste plans in our community, in cities, and in the big generators. So that's what they are doing now. But only less than 50% did it yet. So we need to push more.
You are involved yourself with the supermarket business.
Yes.
And what do you refer to it as a state or a province in Brazil, or what is it?
It's a state.
It's a state.
Yes.
And which states are you personally involved in?
No, I involved with the National Association.
Yes.
But we choose to start with one state.
Yes.
These more progressive states like California here.
Okay.
It's Santa Catarina, the name is.
And the big city in that state is?
It's Florianópolis, the capital, but it's the only one state that don't have a huge city. So it's, our biggest city is 500,000. So is the other city? The other city there is 1 million, 2, 3.
Right.
But our not, and our state also don't have dams. It's only landfills. In other states there's dam yet. So they need to close. The new law established that they have time to close, a deadline to close the dams also. And we did a project with the supermarket, the grocery stores association, to be zero waste until 2020. And we chose 2 chains, one small chain, but this small chain, there is this sustainability in their DNA, and the other is the biggest chain in our state, the 8th in Brazil. So, and we started a project in both. The first one got in 2011, 97% of diversion.
97% diversion.
Exactly.
Wow.
Because it's part of them.
Just so the audience knows, I work with supermarkets, and the high watermark of diversion with any stores that I've worked with is 94%.
Yeah.
So 97%, that says something. It also says that you have less crap coming into the system, because your only 3% is really...
Yeah, and they are trying to solve this, but
Yes.
I think the customer is involved in this. It's part of the business.
Yes.
The other one not. The other one is the bigger chain.
Bigger chain.
And of our state, and they had at time 20% is only cardboard board. Is only that
Is it okay for you to mention their brand name? So we
yeah,
know?
of course. The first one is Zippo, and the other is Angeloni.
And Angeloni is the big one.
The big one.
Yeah.
Is they have it's a $3 billion revenue,
okay.
something like that. And they have 27 big stores.
27
big,
large
hyper stores.
Yeah.
So and
We call them superstores. Is
yeah,
that-
superstores like shopping. It's a store and
Got
shopping
it,
mall,
got it.
and they start with 20%, but because they already sell carbon board and everything.
Yeah.
But now the average is 90% after 40 years.
4 years. Wow.
But every store, they sort everything. They don't sort. It's sorted by in the beginning of the process. They don't have a sorter process in the business because everything is never mixed. Everything is there is the
So glass goes here, paper goes here.
no more than this. When the baker do
The bread.
the bread, they already separate. It's carbon born and plastics and organic is here. If there is something more, it's metal.
It's micro separated.
Exactly. So and it never mixing. So they consider what we consider waste as a product, and they have a storage only for this. The same thing, the same technology, the same infrastructure that the other products. So
They respect
real products.
the waste. They look at it as a resource, and they really respect it. In such a short amount of time, to go from 20% to 90%, what do you think that was? Was that education, or is that people really in Brazil? There's so many natural resources there. Is that they want to protect the land?
Your question about two things. One thing is the system that we implement there, that we never mix it, and there is no trash bins in anywhere. So we don't use trash bins.
They don't use trash bins.
So
anymore.
everything need. It's like McDonald's. It's the start of studying the McDonald's. You know, the McDonald's behind the balcony.
Okay.
Everything there is a place. If they will.
This is in Brazil, you're saying?
No, here I don't know, but in Brazil everything there's place. I mean that there's a toothpick. There's I guarantee there's a place to put the
Smart. So if you remove the trash bin, you have to put it somewhere. So now you're identifying all these different
exactly
streams.
like as a product.
As a product.
So as a
Brazil,
product.
go Brazil.
So and the other thing is about our culture, our
Mentality.
and this kind of thing. It's because Brazil there's a lot of connection with the nature, and in the indigenous is teach a lot. So the Philips Lamps company, the vice president told me in 2010 that they did a research around the world, and he said he just read this. I just read that the Brazilian people is the most prepared to change for the sustainability. So they want to.
The Brazilian people are the most apt to change for sustainability.
Exactly.
Because Brazil itself is just a natural resource.
Exactly.
The nature of Brazil is such. Yeah.
It's not only the nature. I think the indigenous behavior impact a lot us. So
it's almost inbred zero waste in the indigenous behavior.
What?
Just the thought process is
exactly.
it's already inbred.
Exactly. We are starting. It's everything, but I think we got a lot of process.
I think that you're not just inspiring South America, but globally, the impact of your zero waste program.
Yeah, so
Very inspirational.
We are learning more than teaching, but or inspiring. But we inspired a lot, mainly with the youth, because the youth start there, and now we.
What he's articulating is the Zero Waste Youth Alliance started in Brazil. It didn't start in California. So it is kind of a fascinating thing that we tend to be California centric about how things start here, and this is a situation where his daughter, and you should say that, you should be proud, Papa.
It started when I was invited to talk in one university in Italy, and I didn't go there. So I asked for my daughter, because it's a university. She says, okay, can you go and talk for me, because I don't have time to go to Italy now. And she said, okay, I will go for you. But when she arrived in the university, she called me, Father, there's nobody, young people, there's not students, it's only your age here, only old people. I said, no, you are in university, check the room, check what's happened. No, it's only your age. So in that time, it's 2011, it's happened in February. So we decided to launch the Zero Waste Youth, because if we want to change the society, we need new professionals.
Yes.
So I am engineer, and my graduation was to build things and not preserve things.
Right.
Or sanitary engineer is they form then to remediate things, not to prevention. So we need. There is no class for this. So we need a new professionals if you want to and I like to say that it's like a Trojan horse strategy. You need to put someone into the companies, into the organizations that can change the mentality, the new project, influence this.
And you're influencing them at a younger age, so they'll be more apt to think about going into design, but with a zero waste background or zero waste thought process.
And then now I think this generation, they want work for a cause.
Yes,
They
absolutely.
They want more than money or safety with life. They want a cause.
Yes.
So what I want to show that there's a very good cause and to be zero waste, and you can make money, and could be a very good professional also and help to change the world. That's what they want.
Well, that's what you're doing. Thank you so much.
Okay,
We're really inspired and just happy to talk with you today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rodrigo.